among the many versions of Catwoman, and Hathaway's portrayal stands as the definitive interpretation. Her presence completely overshadowed Batman, with many viewers admitting they were too busy watching Catwoman to notice Batman's actions. In fact, Batman nearly met his end. Because of Catwoman in this final installment, disguised as a maid infiltrating Wayne Manor, her cover was blown by Bruce. While seemingly there to steal his mother's priceless pearl necklace, her true objective was obtaining Bruce Wayne's fingerprints. She'd struck a covert deal with Daggett, a Wayne Enterprises board member, trading fingerprints for a data wipe protocol. This program would erase her criminal records from the police database, freeing her from her jewel thief identity for a fresh start. But Daggett double-crossed her after getting the prints, ordering her execution. Anticipating betrayal, Catwoman planted a congressman's phone, luring police to the location as a kidnapper's hideout. The police arrived precisely when needed. She effortlessly dispatched Daggett's incompetent guards, taking down Daggett himself in barely a blink. As SWAT breached the room, she'd already positioned herself as a victim under the table, thus escaping unscathed. Though without the data wipe protocol, her quest continued. Meanwhile, Bruce investigated Catwoman,
determined to recover his mother's stolen heirloom.
Unforgivable. After uncovering her identity, Alfred remarked she'd be Bruce's perfect match, but Wayne has no mind for romantic affairs now. 8 years ago, the Joker's emergence completely overturned Wayne's life. The Joker turned Harvey Dent, the prosecutor, leading to the deaths of 8 people.
Harvey was the police's champion of justice and a district attorney.
He embodied the police's ideal of justice, and any flaw was unacceptable. Wayne had no choice but to take the blame for Harvey's murders. Since then, Batman has been reviled by the public,
and Wayne has lived like a ghost in self-imposed exile.
Alfred couldn't bear seeing him so broken,
urging him to marry, have children, and carry on the family legacy.
Wayne ignored Alfred,
but he still needed to retrieve his mother's necklace. Finding Catwoman was easy, but in Wayne's current state, he wanted no further complications. He retrieved the necklace and urged her to reform her thieving ways. Her response was simply, "A storm is coming, Mr. Wayne." Then, she kissed him unexpectedly, leaving Wayne stunned. Catwoman's warning of a coming storm wasn't baseless. A new threat, Bane, would soon emerge, more formidable than the Joker. This masked villain revealed his face only once, portrayed by Tom Hardy, known as Venom. His entrance rivaled the Joker's dramatic debut, a meticulously planned mid-air hijacking. Targeting a CIA-escorted nuclear physicist, Bane feigned capture to orchestrate an inside-out coordination.
His operatives stealthily positioned near the target aircraft, and through synchronized assault, effortlessly eliminated the CIA agents. The nuclear physicist's blood was then used to forge DNA evidence,
making everyone believe
that the physicist perished in this crash with no survivors. This was merely the first phase of his scheme. Next, he would plunge all of Gotham into perpetual darkness. Bane's power extended deep underground. Their secret base in Gotham's sewers had eluded police for years. Not only had they escaped justice, but Commissioner Gordon himself now fell into Bane's hands. Bane discovered a draft speech on him, revealing the truth about Batman taking the blame for Harvey's crimes.
Gordon had planned to expose this truth at Harvey's memorial today, but reconsidered due to the destabilizing consequences,
ultimately choosing silence. Now that Bane possessed this dangerous secret, greater trouble surely loomed ahead, but survival took precedence now. As Bane read the speech, Gordon rolled into the torrent below.
Destined to survive, he was rescued by Officer Blake at a drainage outlet. After securing Gordon, Blake went straight to Wayne. Blake had long deduced Wayne's dual identity, but kept it concealed. As an orphan himself, he recognized the hidden endurance and anguish behind both Wayne's and Batman's masks. Batman's disappearance coincided perfectly with Wayne's seclusion,
and Wayne's resources could fund Batman's advanced arsenal.
The evidence was undeniable. He came with one purpose, to implore Batman's return and save Gotham from its descent.
Clearly, this officer was no ordinary man. Upon learning of Gordon's injury, Wayne immediately went to see him.
This near-death experience made Gordon realize
that Bane posed a threat as grave as the Joker.
Gotham would face utter ruin if Batman didn't return.
Recognizing the severity, Wayne felt the hero within him reawaken. He resolved to bring Batman back to Gotham, but first, he needed to rehabilitate his long-dormant body and chronic leg injury.
With Wayne's willpower and physical prowess, recovery was a matter of time.
Time, however, was the one thing he couldn't afford. Within days, Bane launched his sinister scheme. His first strike targeted not Gotham, but Wayne Enterprises itself. He led his mercenaries to seize the stock exchange,
using Wayne's fingerprints, procured by Catwoman, to forge financial transactions, and cripple Wayne's vast business empire. Police swiftly surrounded the exchange.
But Bane had anticipated this.
His men burst out with human shields,
forcing officers to hesitate as they gave chase.
In an underground tunnel, lights suddenly failed, plunging them into darkness. But then, after 8 years in shadows, the Dark Knight emerged, a symbol of hope.
As Bane's men were apprehended, the deputy commissioner fixated on Batman, diverting forces to hunt him down.
This blunder allowed the real criminals to escape. Cornered by police,
Wayne's Batpod was driven into a dead end.
Couldn't believe the Batmobile suddenly had flight capability.
But Wayne no longer has funds to develop new tech, because Bane's plan succeeded.
The mastermind is Daggett, Wayne Enterprises' director,
scheming to take control himself. As Daggett reaches for champagne, Catwoman materializes. Still furious about the denied data wipe protocol.
She's come to settle scores.
But she miscalculated.
You're dealing with Catwoman. She tries forcing Daggett to surrender the Purge program. But these are Bane's men in his stronghold. They couldn't care less about Daggett. Forced to release him, her priority becomes escape. Batman materializes, joining the fray. They quickly dispatch waves of henchmen.
Reinforcements flood in, including Bane himself. Batman evacuates
with Catwoman in the tumbler. Bane witnesses Batman's return and sets his next goal: total annihilation.
Next day, Wayne Enterprises board ousts Bruce, just as Daggett anticipates control. Director Miranda Tate intercepts his power grab.
Miranda, a visionary environmentalist, has championed a clean energy project to power all of Gotham with sustainable energy. This requires a nuclear fusion reactor. Technology Wayne kept locked away, fearing its catastrophic potential if weaponized. Now, to thwart Daggett's conspiracy,
he was forced to bring Miranda into power. Wayne Enterprises can wait for now. Our priority is stopping Bane, so he sought out Catwoman, offering the data wipe protocol in exchange for Bane's location. She readily agreed, leading them straight to the sewers beneath Bane's base. But upon arrival, they realized it was a trap.
Bane had coerced Catwoman into luring Batman here, marking their first direct confrontation. Yet this was a brutally uneven fight. Bane anticipated Batman's every move,
while Batman knew nothing of his opponent.
Crippled by his unhealed injuries,
Wayne stood no chance against Bane. To add psychological torment, Bane detonated the ceiling, revealing an unpainted tumbler. They stood directly beneath Wayne's armory. Bane's true motive for the sewer base.
Years of tunneling achieved this. The battle ended with Bane's devastating strike. This marked Batman's most crushing defeat. In single combat against any foe, Bane spared Wayne's life, sending him instead to the pit prison. Prisoners aren't confined physically.
Freedom awaits those who scale the walls. None have ever succeeded. Bane wants Wayne to witness Gotham's destruction. Helplessly. A fate more cruel than death.
With Batman gone, no one in Gotham can stop Bane.
He now controls Wayne Enterprises board directly.
And brought key personnel to the nuclear fusion reactor to execute his next phase. Ignoring his injuries, Commissioner Gordon mobilized all police units to stop Bane. Unbeknownst to them, this played right into Bane's hands.
He detonated a packed stadium first. The sudden explosion caught athletes mid-game unprepared, causing tragic casualties. But Bane's real objective was trapping thousands of officers searching sewers for him. He then destroyed all bridges connecting Gotham to the outside, turning the city into an isolated island.
Next, he announced publicly that the reactor was now a neutron bomb, and executed the sole scientist capable of disarming it. With Gotham facing annihilation, his goal was chaos, unleashing humanity's primal instincts. As panic spread, Blake rushed Gordon to safety, hoping the commissioner could restore order.
Foiling Bane's hospital assassin became irrelevant. Soon Bane broadcast Gordon's dense speech citywide, exposing the truth, clearing Batman's name unexpectedly. The revelation shattered GCPD's credibility.
If justice itself was built on lies, what remained?
Chaos erupted instantly across Gotham. Streets devolved into riots as Bane established kangaroo courts,
where elites faced trial as prisoners,
presided over by Scarecrow.
All those brought to trial faced only two fates. Exile seemed the obvious choice, but the reality was brutal. Being cast onto the frozen bay to walk out of Gotham.
This was a death sentence in disguise. Bane projected an image of overthrowing a corrupt regime, but his true goal remained detonating the nuclear device to annihilate Gotham. He was revealed as Ra's al Ghul's disciple, fulfilling the League of Shadows' unfinished mission. Deep within the pit prison, Bruce watched helplessly, each report like daggers to his heart. The prison doctor shared a glimmer of hope. Escape wasn't impossible. A child had once scaled these walls. That child, rumored born to a mercenary, whose father loved a warlord's daughter. Enraged, the warlord condemned him to the pit. To spare her love, the daughter took his place in this hell.
Here she gave birth before dying. The child survived through a protector's loyalty,
who helped him escape the pit's depths.
Bruce realized the child must be Bane himself. Such a tortured past explained his malice. The darker the childhood, the more twisted the soul. He must return to stop this monster.
Resolved, he endured brutal spinal realignment.
His vertebrae, displaced in Bane's beating,
had immobilized him for weeks. Agony blurred reality. Visions flickered before him. Ra's al Ghul appeared, the mentor he'd killed. Echoing words suddenly remembered. My great love, she was taken from me. This revelation struck him like a bolt of clarity, allowing everything to fall into place. It turned out that Ra's al Ghul was the child's father, the mercenary. And Bane is his son.
With everything clear, Wayne summoned newfound strength through sheer willpower.
Finally regaining his ability to walk. Through relentless training,
though not at peak condition, his body regained normal function. He began attempting the rock climb, expecting to surpass others, yet still failed.
Believing his body wasn't fully restored, he trained even harder. Despite repeated attempts, success eluded him. He couldn't fathom why a child could achieve what he couldn't. Meanwhile, Gotham plunged deeper into chaos.
Thousands of officers remained trapped underground by Bane.
Blake and Gordon were frantic, with the bomb set to detonate in 18 hours. With Miranda's aid, they located the bomb-laden truck.
Unaware it was another trap, Bane captured all remaining fugitives except Blake. After Scarecrow's kangaroo court, they were exiled onto thin ice. Threatened by snipers, they edged toward certain death. Then Bane's men came under attack.
Batarangs slicing through the air. Batman had returned. After repeated failed escape attempts, a fellow prisoner's words sparked revelation. The child escaped by embracing true desperation. No safety net, pure survival instinct. The only way out is to leap without looking back. Only through facing death can you truly live. So this time, Wayne abandons the safety harness, ready to gamble with his life. He finally escapes the prison, but before leaving, he drops the rope into the pit, offering hope to those left behind. Returning to Gotham, he once again offers the Data White Protocol in exchange for Catwoman's help in rescuing Fox, finally reclaiming all of Batman's gear. Thus, the Dark Knight rises again, ordering Gordon to light the signal. As the bat signal ignites the night sky, he declares to all of Gotham
that Batman has returned. He then gives Gordon a device to block the nuclear bomb's detonation signal, while he sets off to rescue thousands of trapped officers. Piloting the tumbler, he safely extracts the officers.
This time, he's not fighting alone. The next day, Gotham's fate hangs in the balance as the ultimate battle looms.
But Bane's forces are now more formidable than ever, having commandeered multiple tumblers.
Despite their terrifying firepower, the officers trust Batman will clear their path. They need only charge ahead. True to form, Wayne appears out of thin air, instantly destroying 3 tumblers. Seeing this, the officers surge forward without hesitation, igniting an all-out war. Amidst the chaos, Batman confronts Bane once more. This time, Batman exploits Bane's vulnerability,
destroying his breathing mask, cripples him with agonizing pain.
Seizing this advantage, Wayne defeats Bane
and rescues the trapped Miranda. But the story is far from over. Just as he was about to claim victory,
a shocking twist reveals Miranda as the true mastermind. She was the child who escaped from the pit years ago, and Bane served as her loyal protector. While defending her, Bane was nearly beaten to disability, now depended on his mask's regulated painkiller gas to manage constant agony. Miranda later found the League of Shadows leader, and pleaded for him to save Bane, accepting him as a disciple. Unexpectedly, Bane developed feelings for Miranda, leading to his expulsion from the League. Before Batman ultimately killed their leader, Miranda sought to fulfill her father's mission to destroy Gotham and avenge his death, setting their catastrophic plan in motion. She then triggers the detonator, but no explosion follows.
As Gordon had secured the device to the neutron bomb, manual detonation is prevented, but the timer still counts down. Miranda leaves Batman to Bane while retrieving the bomb herself. As Bane prepares to execute Batman, Catwoman intervenes at the last moment. Never truly villainous, she now chooses to aid Batman. Her assistance proves crucial in the coming fight. Meanwhile, Miranda's forces commandeer tumblers. Catwoman disables one with remarkable skill.
Looking effortlessly cool on the Batpod despite her inexperience, she handles it like a natural.
Batman faces his own challenge. Dozens of homing missiles relentlessly pursue him.
In a flash of ingenuity,
he deploys the tumbler's flight capability to divert the missiles over the river. Disabled Miranda's escort vehicle, but the armored truck carrying Miranda held the neutron bomb.
Direct destruction wasn't feasible. We had to divert it toward the reactor core. Fox was standing by, ready to act. Once the core was returned, he could reinsert it into the reactor,
restoring normal function. But they underestimated Miranda's ruthlessness. She initiated the emergency flood protocol, dooming the entire reactor chamber. Now their last hope to disarm the bomb vanished. Batman remained focused, deciding to haul the payload over the bay in the Bat.
Knowing it meant sacrificing himself to save Gotham, Catwoman was captivated by his reckless heroism. Their kiss held genuine feeling. Batman then hauled the bomb at full throttle toward the open ocean. As the timer hit 0, a colossal detonation followed. Gotham was saved. But Batman vanished into the mushroom cloud. The city erected a statue honoring their fallen protector. No longer just a Dark Knight,
but Gotham's true hero. Bruce Wayne was declared dead in the riots.
His estate went mainly to Alfred.
Wayne Manor became a children's home. He left Blake a special package. His contents led Blake
to the waterfall-concealed Batcave,
signaling Blake's destiny
as Gotham's new guardian Robin. But the tale wasn't over. Alfred visited his favorite cafe and saw what he'd dreamed of seeing. Wayne is here on a date as an ordinary man, with none other than Catwoman, sharing a knowing smile.
Words are unnecessary between them. He had activated the autopilot system prior to the nuclear detonation, seizing this chance to reclaim an ordinary life, free from the hero's burden he carried for so long.
Thus concludes Nolan's Dark Knight trilogy,
granting Bruce Wayne the happy ending he deserved.
Beyond chronicling a superhero's victory over evil,
tells of a righteous man's
Phoenix-like resurgence from utter despair. Bane and Miranda's threats plunge Wayne to his nadir before his pit prison ordeal, forges his rebirth, culminating in the Dark Knight's legendary finale through sacrifice and legacy. With its masterful narrative reversals, Nolan's cinematic genius shines through.